Hey guys, Corey here on the Hip Kit Club YouTube channel with my December documented. So today I'm doing day 14 and I'm really excited to show you this page because it was the first spread that I did with the new December 2019 Hip Kits. So I'm still using the December documented kit for my album, my December documented album, but I'm also gonna now mix in all of this December stuff, which is so awesome because the colors are beautiful and I have this photo that I'm doing and I didn't even have to edit it to, make the colors work better. It all just worked together so perfectly. So I was really pumped to be able to use this kit. Also, just so you know, this is actually only one half of the total spread. It's actually a 2-page spread, but the other page is actually just a 6x8 photo that's got a little bit of journaling on it, and I don't actually have that photo yet because I can't print 6x8. I actually have to order them. So I am still waiting on that. But just so you know, this is only half of the whole day 14. But to get this page started, I'm using just white cardstock for the background, and then what I'm going to use is this great star paper to really kind of spice it up. But before that, I'm going through and I'm just going to create kind of a border around this white cardstock. I had debated whether or not I mount the cardstock, cut it down a little bit and do color around it, and then I decided to kind of do this lined border instead. So I just found a couple of different pattern papers that I liked, and I'm just cutting really small strips to be able to put this border around the paper. So usually my first page out of every kit is, well, not usually, but sometimes it's just my favorite page out of the whole kit, and that's just because I love having this brand new fresh kit to kind of dive into and play with. So I kind of feel that way about this. I've made a bunch of pages actually since this one, just getting, because as of right now, today that this is getting posted is the 21st. So I've had a lot of opportunities to use it, and while I love all of them, it's always that first one that's just kind of exciting to me. So the 14th was a super busy day for us. Not only did we have this fun activity, which what it was is we actually, I was trying to find something Christmassy to do with the whole family, all the kids and everything. They each actually got to bring a friend too. So that was really fun. And typically we go and take them to see Christmas lights down at the botanical gardens. It's really beautiful. But this year I decided I wanted to take them and do something different. So I had gotten tickets to see A Christmas Carol downtown Atlanta. It was fabulous, by the way, but we've never done that. And so I was like, oh, this will be a great activity. So we had that planned for Saturday night. Well, we took them out to dinner first, which was fun. Well, then our town is also in the midst of celebrating some of the coolest things ever for us, because our high school football team made it to state, which was the first time in 50 some odd years or something like that. So everyone's been super pumped. So earlier in the day, we had a parade, send-off parade, as they were headed down to state. And before that, my youngest and I, we actually had a little Christmas party, a cookie exchange party, which is an annual party that we go to. And that's super fun. So it was just a jam-packed day. I didn't even mention the cookie party on this double page spread. I talked about the team going to state, and I talked about our play, but other than that, everything else kind of got dropped off. The state thing is a big deal around here, and there's actually a lot more pages. There's another page in my album that has to do with this whole football thing. So I just felt like it really needed to be included. So that's why I've kind of got two stories. I just couldn't pick one when both of them seemed pretty important. But I have noticed that my album is definitely has gotten a lot more. There's a lot of football in it, which is not a typical December activity for us, but this year it has been. So once I get a little color on the back here, I'm just making sure. I'm going to get my photo on there, and I'm just going to start embellishing this page. So I love these little puffy stickers. The gold is perfect. I also love the chipboard stickers that were included in this kit, and the letter stickers are fabulous as well. That ballet pink is so cute and adorable, and I just absolutely love it. So one of the things that I've really been trying to do when I do the double pages is I put the date actually on both sides, like on both halves of my double page spread. And that's just because, like for instance, this story, like this one is all together, but then on the other side, the picture's got a lot of blue in it. So it doesn't look like they necessarily match, but it was all on the same day. And since it was, I obviously don't get the point of picking a story and telling a story a day. I just decided that I need to make sure that I date both sides of the page. So that's what I've been making sure to do when I'm doing these double pages, especially when it's kind of two stories and it's not just, photo heavy. So I am going to put the date on this side, and then you'll later on when I do like a full flip through of my album, you'll see it over on the left-hand side of the page as well, because this will be the right-hand side. So one of the greatest things that I feel about this year's December Daily is that I'm actually up to date. Aside from getting those last 6x8 photos, I actually am up to date, which is just crazy because I think the last time I did it a couple years ago, I like had to make this like mad rush to the end. But this year I'm actually doing pretty good about keeping up. The only thing is I really wish that I could have figured out how to pre-plan and kind of, build up some of the pages beforehand. I did not do that. And so each page is kind of like its own thing. And, I'm starting from the beginning every single time. And there have been days where it has taken me quite some time to kind of get the page done, which it shouldn't, because if it's 6x8 and it's, I should be able to get it done a little more quickly than I am. So anyhow, maybe next year I'll have, with a couple of December dailies under my belt, I'll be able to kind of like plan for it a little bit better. But oh well, it's all coming together. And, if I'm using up a lot of my own time, I guess it's not hurting anybody else, except for maybe my family that's wondering why I'm doing this so much. But oh well, they like the album afterwards. And ultimately, that's the reason why I chose to do this project again this year, is because they liked it so much the first time. So I guess they can just deal with it, right? So I'm just adding a few more stars in here. I did get some gold puffy sticker stars and some of these kind of vellum stars. I'm putting those in here, as well as a chipboard star. Just putting those on here. I just felt like to keep, put a few more on there and get it a little dimensional would make it, make the page just a little bit more interesting. Plus, I just love embellishment, so it makes a lot of sense for me to just continue to add things here and there as we go along. So this was such a fun night, and I'm so glad that I got to this page like work the way it did and everything else, and that I'm getting to use all of these new supplies. It's always the happiest day when the kits arrive and I get to bust into them and kind of like play around for a little while. But guys, this is pretty much it. I am wrapping up the last of this page, and then I will be done. So here is my page, just that one side. Again, you'll see it all when I do a flip through at the very end. Here are a couple of details. And otherwise, guys, thanks so much for stopping by. Make sure you head over to HipKit and snatch up one of those December kits. Bye.